Your books are the most stolen books in Israeli public libraries. And in addition to that, I think they're the most widely read books in Israeli prisons. Is it the covers?
No, I guess, you know, first they steal them, then they put them in jail, and then they keep reading them. A man is sitting in a room, all by himself. He's lonely. He's a writer. He wants to write a story. It's been a long time since he wrote his last story, and he misses it. Look, I have this tendency that they see everything as a compliment, but so the fact that people steal my book a lot, I think it just means that people want to read them badly and they don't have money. And many of my readers are young students, you know, so I guess, you know, I would prefer that they buy them, but I'm not offended by that. And as for convicts, I gave quite a few readings in jails. And they told me that the thing about the story is that they're very short, and they have a very short attention span, you know? It kind of fits just between kind of the walk in the yard and stabbing somebody in the shower to feel a story, you know? So, that's not a story, the poster protests. That's an eyewitness report. It's exactly what's happening here right now. Exactly what we're trying to run away from. Don't you go and dump reality on us like some garbage truck. Use your imagination, man. Create, invent, take it all the way. I often like to call my stories agnostic Hasidic tales. Because of the way that they're kind of like many times placed in almost kind of outside of time. And they're a little bit like fairy tales, and they don't kind of claim to present some sort of, I would say, a believable psychological entity. You know, it's a story. It's like many times the characters, they play out emotions. They don't claim to say we like the reader. It's almost many times it feels like kind of a multi-organism. You know, you have like 5 characters and together they're a human being.
There's nothing overtly political about your work, and yet you say that your work is absolutely political. Why do you say that?
Well, you know, I think it's political. First of all, I think for me fiction is a realm of ambiguity. You know, I'm politically active, and I can go to demonstration or write a petition or even write an essay. But when I come to write fiction, you know, if it has a bottom line, I write the bottom line. I don't need fiction for it. It's always about those things that you cannot articulate or that you cannot completely decide about. And what I feel is that kind of coming from a country where everybody's convinced, you know, about what's right and what's wrong and who should be shot, you know, I feel that my stories kind of take some sort of, I would say, Socratic position. You know, they come to the reader and they say, are you really that sure? Are you really that sure? And I think that putting somebody in a position of uncertainty is a moral duty, because all the greatest atrocity in history were done by very certain people.
I was wondering if literature has, or if you believe literature has the capacity to bridge the divides, to bridge the gaps that often divide us. Is it? And particularly in a society as fragmented as Israeli society.
There's something about the volume in which kind of literature and art work. It's this very low volume. You have to really want how to listen to hear it. And you know, and I'm saying, what, like 1,000 books can do something that one bullet can undo. You know, I don't delude myself.
Who do you imagine you're writing for?
I completely write for myself. It's really, I think there's something in the action of writing, is that when you write, you're just there and it's between you and the text. He misses the feeling of creating something out of something. That's right, something out of something. Because something out of nothing is when you make something up out of thin air, in which case it has no value. Anybody can do that. But when it's something out of something, that means it was really there the whole time, inside you. And you discover it as part of something new. It's never happened before. A book, in its nature, is something that has no function. You know, you can't hit a nail into the wall with it. You know, you can't, I don't know, cut a salad with it. The whole idea about it is that you do something and it's just there, and people can see things in it, and it can change their life. But when I write literature, I don't. It's a little bit like Zen archery, you know. Really, in that sense that you know that if you do it for a purpose, it's not art. It's not art. Give him some slack. You want a knock on the door? Okay, have your knock on the door. Just so long as it brings us a story.